it's me, Gabriel, and this is my first post commentary. Well, I played the game and my mic was muted. Sometimes it happens, and I was so invested in the upcoming gameplay that it all ended with basically around an hour of gameplay where you don't have me speaking. My commentary is recorded post. What I tried to do here is basically I wanted to try and find what should I do. I was trying to go either to the catacombs because Edwin and Corgan want to go there. That was one possibility. And second is go around the whole thing, the whole district, and more or less look into the buildings. Try to find some good items, because there are quests and there are items in the upcoming situations that are happening here. When there are when the cursor changed to first this one. This guy is the gravedigger, and considering that, yeah, there was a guy buried alive, and this quest is connected to the gravedigger because he knows what he's going to do. Grave digging, such a nice thing to do. This whole district is a very important element for the upcoming moments, generally upcoming story, because there will be at least one more important situation happening here. A dialogue between one of the antagonists of this whole game and the main character. What I do here is I try to find from this guy what's going on with the fact that he knows that people are buried alive, and what all of this involves. As you can see, it's quite clearly stated that the man was buried alive, and so yeah, this guy knows. I don't know nothing, he says, whatever. You can try to kill him, but he will always escape. It's the illusion of the choice in the game. The thing with this gameplay is a little bit stupid, because I was reading the dialogue. I don't want to do it now, because I don't remember where I can read and when I cannot, how many times do I have left. Yeah, you're going to tell anyone, are you? This guy was basically a craven. He's terrified of me. And my group behind me have a mage, and so on. What's next? Let's see. I was probably trying to think what the hell I'm going to do with him. I'll let him go, as you can see. Quick save. That's an important part of every game. Yeah. The quest in the journal in Baldur's Gate 2, it's one of the best I ever seen, with very detailed information in it, some titles, leads, etc. And as I said in one of the episodes before, I think we can expect fights here as well with the undead.
What do you require? Yes?
What I was trying to do here. I'll get. Oh, the main hero was hit by the mummy, so we try to limit this with a mirror image. This spell is one of the best spells in this game. Of course, in later, it's an illusion spell, so not everyone can use it. But it does make some really tremendous. It's very helpful in the first game. In the second, maybe not really that much. What I was trying to do here, yeah, inventory management. That's the biggest problem of Infinity games, and in a lot of other RPGs. You have to really do a lot with this with item management. What happens next? Let's see. We go to another of those. This one. This one here is locked. And now we'll have a difficult fight coming
On my honor.
with a guy who has a very good sword. I try to heal from time to time, as you can see. Healing is one of the biggest problems in this game, because if you really want to heal your party without coming back to sleeping in inns, you really need the spells for healing, and that means you're losing the offensive possibilities of your druids. Now this guy is a Crypt King, I don't know. I think he was supposed to be something bigger. There was supposed to be a quest with him in the beginning. He has magic resistance a little bit, and he's quite good, powerful warrior.
Be quick with it.
And as you can see, he's dealing quite a lot of damage to Kogan. And I'm trying to find something, some way to deal with him. Good thing is, oh yeah, that's a good one. And I think this one will help. Yeah, it killed. No, it didn't kill him. All right.
What is my task?
What I was trying to do?
I
think there will be only one attempt.
I require. Yes.
That was difficult.
I await your need.
Do it now. Have you nothing else?
I'm just doing what Kogan says.
What is my task?
Intriguing. And I think those will end the fight.
On my honor.
Yes, they did.
I await your word.
How much did we do? Yeah, 15,000 experience for that guy. Something cool, more or less. And that's a very good sword. It's called Namara. We will identify it later in the game. It has +4 damage instead of +2. But it is a +2 sword.
It shall be.
The number +1, +2, +3 is quite important because it shows you the power of the spell used on this on the weapon.
What should I fetch now? Our stay had best be a short one.
And you can also hear always the comments from the party. Sometimes they are becoming annoying because they just go around and speak and speak and speak. What else is going to happen in this recording? I don't remember now.
Yes.
We will basically go and try our best around here and there. A little bit more of item sorting and managing. Maybe I should change Jaheira's fighting style. Maybe I should give her... Ah, yes. Now there will be something funny. I will show you in the moment a very nice tactic. A little bit of a tricky thing, but sometimes works the best.
Very well.
Especially when you have transition between areas, like here. There's a big area outside, an inner area inside. And that's how this will look like. I'll just go outside.
As you asked.
Go into shadows. Deal quite a lot of damage to those undead because I'm using the sword, best sword against undead.
It shall be.
And that's how it's going to look like. I will eliminate those guys with this tactic. You can call it a tactic because basically it's an exploit, sort of. I think, without attacking head-on. Because these guys are powerful. Shadow fiends, they can take your level, like the vampires, which we will see in one of the later moments of this game.
I'm out of sight of others.
What else do we have here?
I will do
this takes some time, as you can see, which is quite funny.
I'm out of sight
when I
of
look
others.
at it now.
I shall not yield to you.
One more thing that I like from the fact that I'm commenting this by watching, not just
I'm out of sight of done.
not just playing.
As
I
you
see quite
ask.
clearly where, not where I do mistakes, but that this might be a little
I'm out of sight of
annoying when I do something like that.
Consider it done.
Or maybe not even, I shouldn't say annoying, I would rather say this might be boring to watch.
I await your
Because it is fun for me when I'm playing,
I'm
but
out of
it's
sight
not
of others.
necessarily fun when
Consider
I
it done.
see what you will be seeing.
I'm out of sight.
Maybe I can also tell you a little bit about why I decided with this set of people.
Very
Uh,
done.
besides the fact that I wanted to
I'm out of sight.
have a little, let's
It
say,
shall be.
challenge, because six people party is quite easy. This game was designed to be played with a 6 people party, so all of the bigger fights with dragons that we'll see
I'm out of
later,
sight.
with
I shall not yield to
leeches,
you.
with and of course the most antagonists are prepared to have 6 party. You can beat this game
Yes.
solo.
What
I
is my task?
can assure you that you can. I tried it, but it's very difficult because you have to know the game for once, and for second,
Consider it
for one
done.
and second, you need to be very. You need to. The item sorting is becoming very difficult because you don't have the capacity of more people in the party. What I was saying about, yes, the party. Basically, in this party you have everything you need. You have quite a good potential with fighting people, because technically Kalen, Kogan, and Jaheira are all fighters. You have also a thief, and you don't need more than one thief. You have mage. Edwin is enough even if you just take him. He will have such a good variety of spells that he will quite clearly allow you to decimate your enemies. But the more spellcasters you have in Infinity Engine games, especially D&D games, is better. And I'm also counting Jaheira because I'm trying, as you can also see here, I'm trying to make her a little bit more of an offensive spellcaster, that not only a person using cure spells and buffs, things like that. Which one I will choose? Let's see. Yes, I choose the insects because they can really do quite a lot of. They don't do damage actually, but they are very good when you want to stop enemy spellcasters from basically throwing spells at you. And on the 6th level spell we will go probably with healing, if I remember correctly. Yes, we will have healing because healing is the best spell on this level, unlike the harm one. Physical mirror. I was thinking about this one, but it's basically a defense spell, so we'll go with heal. It is a necromancy spell, but it just basically heals everyone in quite of an instant. Or maybe, well, let's see. What will I choose? Now I would choose probably this one, Fire Seeds. But I will go with healing, I'm quite sure about that. 6th level, greater spells, whatever. Whoa, I was thinking quite a long time on this. This is another thing about this game. It's a tactical game. You need to think about your possibilities and choose the best one. And Dolores DK, this one is pathetic. Basically, all spells that require you to touch the target are pathetic because they don't create sort of a moment in the game that you need Fire seeds are good because they are a range weapon, but we go with healing, I'm quite sure. No? Oh. I go with fire elemental. And this guy Stain, he's a grave thief. Let's see, what I was trying to do here.
I will do my best, friend.
I will speak with him, and basically I won't do anything to him. He's talking about robbing graves. Happens all the time. In a situation where people leave things for people who died. It is a problem in some parts of the world. Even up today, I think. Yeah, he's talking about garrison, whatever. Calm down, I have nothing against your activities. I do the same. I did the same in this recording. I will do the same in the upcoming recording that is still ahead of me. What else do we have here?
What do you require? I'm out of sight.
I really have to be more careful with the mic here. As you can see, being a thief in this game is very good. It also...
Yes, done.
And here I was trying to...
What is my task?
Yeah, I was basically exploring more. These passages, they lead to the catacombs, down to the lower level of the tombs. Where we are going now? Oh yes, the little boy, Wellen. We'll deal with that quest. You can hear his footsteps. It's a little boy killed by a thief who robbed his house and took his little mascot. Mascot is known as, let's see, Stuffed Bear. Little Man, yes, that's the name. Who came into our house, he hurt me and took Little Man. And this child, of course, is not able to sleep. Also, is not able to sleep as a spirit without the Little Man. We'll get that mascot later in this recording. In the Copper Cornet, that's the place where we need to be very careful, more or less. Yes, I could go to sleep if only I had him. Would you get him for me, would you, please, please? I will refuse, I think. No? Yeah, the first time I refused. I just want my little man. Why did you take it, Mama? Mama, are you here? And I'll speak with him again. That's the big problem with some games. At least during the time these games were published, there was more quests for people who are playing a good character, because a good character would help a spirit like that, of course. And I, as you probably know, I play an evil character here, and unfortunately that evil character, if I refuse this, I won't get any experience out of this, which is why playing an evil character sometimes is more difficult.
Yes.
And here I try my best again to kill those skeletal warriors with the move you already seen in this video by going inside, outside, outside, going hide in shadows, inside, hitting a skeleton.
It shall be.
Unfortunately, this doesn't work that good on necromancer creatures, on dead, because they are immune to backstabbing.
Yes.
But you can do quite a lot of damage to them even without this, especially with this sword.
Done.
And we continue this. Oh, one dead, one to go, 4,000 experience for those guys. Oh, I just went
What is
all
my task? Consider
onto them.
on my
Aye, that be
The
sound
skeletal warriors, they are quite powerful as enemies
useless
because
as
they
I
are
await your
immune
words.
to a lot of things, and not to mention they have resistance
It shall be.
to a lot of things. A little bit more of item sorting. This is the big problem with this game. There's no way to actually easily have order in your
On my honor.
equipment.
Consider
As you
it
can see, I
done.
try very hard to get this right.
do you
It
require?
doesn't work that way
Yes.
all the time. Looking for traps,
What is? I will do my best.
but there is not really that much. The traps in this game are the thing that the new installation of
On my
RPGs
honor.
lacks, in my opinion. Traps
Yes.
generally, because they were a real obstacle in this game. As you saw in episode 2, I think, when I was just killed in an instant
What do you require?
by
Very well.
one trap. And you know, since these games are more of a dungeon crawler,
Yes.
then you
I'm
actually
out
have
of
to
sun.
go there and go into
As you
the
ask.
fight and try your best to beat everyone. As you can see, my party is now more or less all of the people are
What
hurt.
is my task? It shall be.
And this quarter stuff, we will sell it in the end. I was thinking it was a better one. I don't remember.
On my honor.
No, I do remember what it does,
What do you
but
require?
at the moment I don't have actually anyone very good.
Yes. Consider it done.
I have better stuffs. Now we go to city gates. I wanted to sleep a little bit, I think. And as you can see, it doesn't really happen that often. This encounter here will show us what is a crowd control in this game. Because crowd control here
What is my task?
will have a very nice set of situation happening. I will use some spells. I already ordered Edwin to cast Panic. The main character will cast Protection from Panic on me,
On my honor.
and in the meantime Jaheira will try to use the Cloak of Fear. I'm not sure if she will cast it, but as you can see, everyone starts running around. This is cool. This is basically cool.
What do you want, groundling?
Nature's
And
servant awaits.
they just lose any kind of coordination as a group,
Yeah, and later on.
which is cool,
Await your word.
and I really love it. We also try some other stuff, as you can see.
What is my
They are not basically an obstacle anymore.
On my honor.
What I did here, yes, I use this.
What do you require?
With a little bit of wolves, it's good to have a lot of. I'm quite sure we will see a lot more of summoning in my playthrough here, because I have only 4 characters, so we need the summoning. The summoning will be important to make the game work
Shall be. What do you
a little
require?
bit more
Consider it done.
in my favor. And summoning creatures is a very good idea. And loot. Loot is great. Have you ever played a game only for loot? Then play Torchlight. Play Diablo 3, there's tons of loot there. Play Sacred, there's also a game. These are basically, of course, the games I'm talking about are, of course, hack and slashers with tremendous amount of loot. There's just stats, items with stats, different item with stats. You can compare them, you can take which one you believe is best. Now we go to city gates. Nothing really will happen here, besides the fact I will
do my best.
go to sleep. What will you try to do, Jaheira? Nothing.
I await your
I
news.
should have taken different place. Should have
What
What
go
is
to,
my task? Yes.
I don't know, Copper Cornet, because this room here you actually don't have
Very
much
well.
of rooms to the side. Typical inn close to the gates. A bunch of items to identify, as you can see. No identification in hand. He says something, blah blah blah.
I got some cheap beer for you.
And we just rest with a dream.
Stand.
These dreams,
You rest each
they have
night uneasy.
a specific
Yes,
goal
You are weary. You struggle daily.
and a specific
It
moment
will not end, you
in the
know, until you
game
acknowledge
where
what you
everything
are.
becomes clear.
You walk
with
as a
the dreams.
mortal, taking no advantage from your heritage, from your talents within. So many things of flesh are greater than you. Walk among them, these beasts that are less than you are.
And this one
See their
specific dream
strength,
shows
see how
you
easily
exactly
you fall to
what
their
is the
muscle
potential
and
of the main
skill.
character in confrontation with creatures of flesh, or whatever you want to call it. In a moment you'll witness a very funny thing. The main character killed by a Tanari. This is a demon. Powerful one.
Why
And
do you
Ironicus
stand for
just
this? Why
shows
do you
us
submit to the flesh when death is bred in
where
your
this
bones?
leads.
Do you realize the power you might hold? When the world of
Yes,
flesh
they will.
is beneath you,
And of course,
even
the second
creatures
time, the
mysterious
main
and
character
magical
kills
will
a
fall.
bunch of enemies. Let's witness that one, please. Again, the main character, and Illithid, Lich, and a vampire. Just destroyed, like that. The blood is, of course, the essence of the demon that was my father, the father of the main character.
Follow, if only
The
to
Lord of
protect
Murder.
the weak that fell because of
Now
you.
we have to stop for a moment. Have you noticed the mice in this little cinematic?
What do you require? Done.
What I was going to do next? Yes.
As you ask.
You might remember that from one of the previous episodes. This guy there, in the corner, he is a
What is
his
my task? On
vampires
shall
are trying
be.
to catch him. And
To see
in
a
this
like-minded friend.
encounter, I was quite lucky, because those three are able to more or less kill my group.
Yes?
I will use the new sword we found in that very inn, and this time it will work, because none of those vampires will have a successful throw. Even if they try, they usually get killed. But what's important is the number of damage points we'll deal with them.
What is my task?
As you can
On
see,
my
they
honor.
attack, and Shihiro was hit by this Dell, and I tried to do this. To do
I go.
in a moment we eliminate
What is
them.
my task? I await your word.
Our friend Sansuki is hooray and all. He wasn't killed. A lot of experience. 8,500 for each. And then look at the numbers. More than 1,000 damage dealt to those creatures. What a nice thing, isn't it? Good to see that you are willing to risk your neck to fellow allies of the Shadow Thieves Guild. Yes, that of course we are. I have a guild, Shadow Thief Guild, and that means one more thing is that the vampires aren't exactly killed. They change to these gas forms and escape. We are not leaving the city yet, as you quite literally see. And we go where? I don't remember now. Where I wanted to go.
It shall be.
Besides, of course, saving.
Speak your mind.
On my honor.
What
Consider
the
it
hell was
done.
that? Yes, Shakira
Your
lost
servant awaits.
the level. It was drained. When the level goes to 0, you're dead. And the problem is, as long as you have the level drained, you are not able to
What do
level
you
up.
require?
You're
I
able
await your
to
need.
get experience, but you won't level up until the moment you, of course, deal with this by a very specific spell. Restoration is the one. And
I
the
will
most
do my
painful
best.
thing about level drain, especially when it comes to spellcasters, is that when your level goes down,
task?
the number of your spells also goes down. The main character had at this moment had, as you can see quite clearly, a level, thief level, and I'm redistributing the points, trying to boost up my move silently skill. Yeah. The number of points there is not a percentage, it's just points. So 100, you can go much higher than 100. Now we try to identify those, and I identified Namara. Also, you have to see now, you're able to see quite clearly the stats of the sword, which are quite good. But unfortunately, I have to give the sword to someone else, and I gave it to Kogan because he is also the spell has the ability to silence people, which is very good against
On
mages.
my honor.
Now, where I wanted to go? Quite sure I wanted to go somewhere. Graveyard
Yes.
District. Ah yes, I tried to see will the antagonist show, and she did show.
Very well.
Just to disappear. Like, no, come on. And
You live so
yes,
long
River.
as I tolerate it.
And she disappeared the moment I unpaused the game, which I don't know why, what happened there, but it seems you have to come to her before midnight. That is why I load the game here, and of course go to a different district,
It shall be.
and the district being the slums district, where we will get the little man that I already mentioned before.
Consider
Where
it done.
is this? Yeah, not with running around as well. This game is full of running around. There's Kelly Jansen. She's a member of Jansen family. It's a family of gnomes. One of those gnomes can join you. I mentioned about that gnome in the first installment of the series of this LP. Jan Jansen, character I don't actually like that much. I don't like his character and the way he talks and is written, but well, you know, sometimes that happens.
I will do my best.
And now we deal with the thing from the episode 2 or 3. Those
Yes, very well.
those
And they
drastic.
call this civilization? Blasted bloody humans.
A lot of loot in our friends. Oops. Inventory full. Crap. And more items sorting. What else is going to happen here? In this recording, yes, we're going to deal
What is my task?
with the bridge district, or the bridge, because that's the big
one.
name of this district in the English version, where we'll witness ogres fighting, that's one thing, and we'll deal with the quest from the... oh, what was the name of that place? Ah yes, the grave district with the guy who was buried alive. This is a funny quest actually, because it's a part of a much bigger plot that transcends the whole saga of Baldur's Gate, but I won't spoil that for you here. And as you can see, I'm selling things. There will, I think, like 20% of the game you're with this buy and sell in user interface. Selling is basically a big part of this game, and more or less any RPG game. What else? What else is going to happen? Ah yes, I'm buying the glasses identification. The glasses are sort of 3 identifications in one item that you can use each day, which is quite helpful. Later on, when you have a lot of things to identify, especially those things that your lore is not able to identify. Sometimes when you right-click on an item, you can just clearly see what's going on. That means that the character who possesses that item has lore. Lore is depending on your wisdom and your intelligence, and that allows you to basically use the knowledge that character has to say, I know what is this or that item, and it was featured there and there with this and this guy, and these are the statistics of that item. Now I'm trying to figure out which would be better, Staff of Spears or the Staff of Curing. The thing is, the damage is always a little bit slightly different, and we end up by selling this stuff for quite a lot of money, 750. We don't speak with Galen because I want to speak with Bodhi first, because she is an important character in the game. It's a good idea to speak with her, even if, because I am a thief, she won't give me the choice. Other characters are given.
You must gather your
and what we'll do here in Copper Coronet, yes, we're going to visit the thief who attacked, but first, this woman. You might remember she's looking for her husband, who is exactly where I pointed.
Have you seen my husband? I know he's in here somewhere.
Actually, I met him in the back of rooms. Yes. And she goes to the rooms by going around, which is quite funny, all in itself. And there's a fight coming. Led me into the back rooms. She says the bodyguard doesn't really do much. And now...
Rumor! Darling? Don't you darling me! You will come home with me this very instant!
Someone is cheating.
No, you can't.
Chris looks like an elven woman, and Tiana is a human. They fight. I'm quite sure both of them have the same statistics, because it doesn't matter. It's very hard to tell. It basically depends on who has better rolls in the fight. And Rumor is happy with both of them. Let's go home, whatever. And you get only a little bit of gold out of this. And now I was trying to find out... Oh, not yet. First we try to kill this guy. He's not very difficult to kill. It's also good to put a lot of people here to have him surrounded.
I await your word.
The whole dialogue just points out that there's a ghost that this guy sees. We met the ghost, and that this guy has the little man, which of course is the little bear. I don't know how stupid of a burglar you have to be to take something like that, unless you're really... Well, this guy killed the boy anyway, so he deserves to be killed. It doesn't actually matter if you're good or evil. There's no way this guy you can do anything to this guy.
Be.
And this is the stuffed animal. Also try to look around for different things. It's not really easy to know which containers you did and you did not look into. And here we try to find out, is Jaheira is it with me? Is there a romance happening or not? Because if there is a romance, you actually can't. The romancing woman will intervene.
Are you interested in some thrills?
When you want to hire a companion, which basically is a whore, in here. And the most funny thing is, you don't pay nothing for this. There is no point. There's not a single point in this whole dialogue where money is taken from you. So I don't know what a whorehouse this is, because it doesn't look very profitable as an establishment. Things continue. I said that I don't want to do that with her.
What is my task? I will
because
do my
I want
best.
to stay faithful to Jaheira, more or less, or whatever the role playing is. You just had me showing exactly there's no moment when there's money taken from you.
You must gather your party
Oh,
before
that line.
venturing forth.
We do know that line very well. We're going to continue this running around. We go to the bridge district next, I think, if I remember. Let's see. Ah, yes. These people here are connected to the sphere. This is the plane sphere, which is a big dungeon. This is the stronghold for a mage, so if everything works well, we're going to get that as well. But I don't know if that's possible, because it might be that the game will prevent you from having more than one stronghold. I don't remember. I'm quite sure I had a playthrough of this game when I had 1 or 2 or 3 strongholds, depending on different classes, but that might be also because of the mods. There is a mod that allows you to...
Greetings, citizens. I trust you'll be keeping
Let
your
me finish.
weapons at your sides.
Okay, that allows you to basically get all of the possible strongholds, removing the restrictions for the class, which I don't think is very good. This guy here is a lieutenant who tries to figure out who the hell is killing people in his district. There is a sort of an investigation, which we will do probably later in the next in an episode or 2, because this one, this quest has some nice turmoil in it. He's warning about things like, you know, this guy and that guy saw someone killed, and the most dramatic part of all of this is that whoever is killing is actually flaying the people alive. He's taking their skin.
There's a disgustingly sick person out there, and I simply don't have
You
the
never have
manpower
enough
to
manpower to protect everyone. There's no way you can have a person and a bodyguard behind that person all the time. And we're just talking about different things, saying that it's not really that big of a problem for us. This quest starts when you come to this district, and it will always happen, because this guy starts to, you know, go around and speak with you. By the way, the music. If you ever have the possibility, just go listen to the soundtrack of this music, because it's beautiful. Not only the Let's Play, but basically just 10 hours and nothing really changes here. Jaheira is, of course, troubled by the whole fact that the inhabitants of the city are so rotten. They even turn into sick practices of killing people and flaying them alive. The whole investigation is quite big. There are and it's a sort of a quest that I really like, because there's at least 2 or 3 different things you can do to find out the real murderer. There's also a deception in the quest, and some even more dramatic things happening. And Edwin informs us that there is a problem with, yeah, like someone who can just kill by flaying people alive can deal a lot of damage to us, because we are who we are.
On my honor.
Now that we're running around in this district, this place is center to a lot of things, as well as is one of the besides the docks, it's another of the district that show you that the Katla is a big port. It's a trading port, and because it's such a big port, there are sailors here, there's trade. They say the city of coin, that's the name with the Katla. And now there's this thing as well. This is another place where people were fighting in the whole guild war. Peasants and merchants and other common folk are sort of discussing the whole thing. And one important somewhere in the dialogue there is an important element saying that, you know, these guys are shadow thieves. Basically, shadow thieves are dying in the number. Why? Because the guild fighting them is an undead guild. We saw that already. They are vampires, which means these guys are tremendously powerful. And they are the creatures of the night. In the meantime, the shadow thieves are just humans. They are still just humans, even if they say to each other that they are sneaky, they are working good in shadows, things like that. You won't fight the undead like that. That is of course why we will have to intervene in this, to some point. But moving on with this, we have a bunch of people here, and the main reason why I came here is not to find the murderer, but actually to find a man in red who buries people alive in the grave district. And that man is standing somewhere here. But first we will have to we'll try to sell stuff to this storekeeper here. She's a character that appears here not every time you come. She sometimes is, sometimes moves away. You can ask her about the murders. You can ask everyone about the murders here. It seems that in the city a lot of people are just disappearing. We'll see about that. And what's next happening? I'll just browse her wares. She doesn't have really anything good, as you can quite easily see. She's also a healer. Yeah, just standard items, nothing good. Potion of heroism is okay, good, but I bought the 4th bag. Usually 3 bags is quite okay. 4 bags is just, in my opinion, even too much. So I did maybe a little bit too much. The door I just pointed with the cursor there are the door to the murderer, the house of the murderer. But now there is a funny thing happening. Listen to this dialogue.
You useless dogs! Faster, I say! We shall never have the ships loaded on time if you continue to be so lazy!
This guy is using the ogres as cheap labor, cheap workers.
Be sick. Sick? You must slow, master.
Never! I'll not lose a commission because of you damnable ogres! Work
And he
faster,
forgets
I
about
say!
one thing, of course.
No, nice. We ogres no work.
These two might be a little bit of a not right in the head, but they are bigger than him and they are armed, which is quite of a big question. Oh, not to mention, of course, that they are, well, took them quite a long time to kill him, especially that he was such a big guy. And all you have out of this is some gold. Well, basically gold is good.
The seas are sure
Is it? What's next happening here? We're moving. That's an inn. Very nice inn. But we go looking for our little friend in red who buries people alive. And here he is, MC. I will try in the upcoming moment to deal with him and to make, basically to stop his companions, his acquaintances. It seems the whole plan was to kidnap a person, get the ransom, then kill that person and bury that person in a grave. But since this guy, and he will tell that in a moment, doesn't like blood, doesn't like the look of the color red, not to mention that he's all red and all, just quite funny, that is why he was trying to bury people alive. And of course, he doesn't, which was not actually the part of the plan. Not to mention that he's stupid, because he will lead us exactly to the place where his companions are staying. He goes there, to the only place where he can. Now I will prepare
I await your
sort of a wall
Yes,
stop
all right.
anyone who will try to get out.
Yes, I see.
Done.
To do that, we go inside, witness the whole thing happening there. I don't know how he found out, whatever. Committees, that's the leader, I think, of these three guys. And they try to ransom people, right? They take them hostage. And the funny thing is that this quest has a evil side to it as well. We get company, they realize that I'm standing right next to them. Before anything happens, they kill the man in red, go outside.
As you asked.
The main character then shows up here, and we try to fight them.
What is my
They are
task?
running around, trying to get past us.
Aye, I'll do as you wish.
Yes,
What the hell?
I go.
On my... It shall be.
This guy is good. He's a good fighter. And dealing with him is not really that easy. Because as you can see, Jahira is in a very poor condition. Even if she drinks the potion, it won't actually help her that much.
Be quick with it.
Edwin and the main character can't use spells because we can't use spells in Kepler. So Jahira ends up dead. And we continue from a save.
Yes, it shall be.
This attempt will end up much better because of the ogres. As you can see, I summoned 3 of those, and it allows me to have a little bit of a more
What is my task?
sort of a wall of meat between those guys and me.
Servant awaits.
Yes.
Edwin and Jahira now go
You want ground
much
fifty,
better
well,
with
for
ranged
this,
weapons.
see what your guts
They can
tell.
try their best. Now he attacks, fortunately attacks Kogan, who has more health and can withstand this guy. The other one is already dead. Basically that's all much better than it went during the first attempt. Killing. Big part of this game.
On my honor.
What's important is that Jahira can heal Kogan, but the ogres are standing in the way, I think.
Yes.
But we killed him anyway. The ogres will unsummon in a moment, I think. And now we can take whatever is left from those guys. If you need a good armor, this quest is good to do it. And these are the boots of avoidance, which boost up +5 against missiles. Not many, some enemies are using missiles, and those boots are very good to fight that. Plus I have the shadow armor and shadow boots, which I don't actually use that much. Little man.
What is my task?
And the final thing that we have to do is to see what's here.
On my,
what will happen here is quite good, because we'll find the next hostage.
It shall be.
Probably the next person who would have been killed by burying alive. As always, there's some loot. Gemstones that we can put in the gem bags. Ogres are unsummoned, as you can see in the dialogue option, dialogue box there.
I'm ready.
Always the same. What is it now?
Problem with Edwin's long-range weapon is that there's only one dagger that is coming back to your hand. No, wait, not only one. There's two at least. But the best one is in the Underdark, much later in the game. And Lady Elgea, or Elgi, whatever you want, how you want to read that, and just read it. And Edwin says quite clearly that we can take the ransom for ourselves, and then that woman will be probably freed, because unlike the other guys, we won't kill her and throw her body down in a river. She's a prisoner, whatever. She's a typical noblewoman, and I don't like such noblewomen's. Oh, believe me, I don't. There's only one thing left here that we need. That thing being the letter, the ransom letter, saying where the ransom is. Where's the meeting to get the ransom, which actually won't end up that well.
Go bother someone.
It will happen
else.
in the before
On my honor. What
Copper
do I
Coordinate.
await your word?
I don't know actually why Edwin suggested to take the ransom. It's not really him, because he's lawful evil, so he would be more of a, well, that would more or less be neutral evil, I think.
Yes, it
Sort of
shall
an
be.
action.
To call this
It's not really that big of a problem.
Bastard bloody humans.
And what's next? Yes, that's the ransom note, which states exactly where we have to go. And Copper Cornet in the middle of the night, and we're looking for a man called Welter. I will keep this ransom note to find this Welter guy, in case I won't remember his name, but considering I'm doing this post-commentary, I will clearly remember that. Plus, from what I know, he's quite a distinct guy. You can quite clearly see where he is.
I will do my best.
In front of Copper Cornet. We're nearing the end of this,
Yes.
of my post-commenting, because what will happen here, I will just buy
and be judged.
one thing. I will buy the Great Restoration for Jahira to get her levels back in order. And as you can see, it healed all of the party. It's quite interesting. wooden stakes. These are important to fight vampires. Not much left is happening here. These are, what the hell was the name of those? Yes. And we have to put her spells back in order because they were removed. And that always involves putting thinking about what are the possibilities. The spells are a big part of this game, and they are really important to have possibilities, you know. Protection from fire, please, yes. And here, Death Ward, that's a very good spell, protects from instant death spells, which sometimes you are really a target for those. And here we go with Iron Skin and True Sight. And on level 6, the healing, as I mentioned before.
What do you require?
Not everyone else is cool.
Done.
And that's more or less all that happens. So I have to really remember this to not mute my mic. I'm doing that. I'm muting my mic usually because I use it to communicate in games and sometimes for fraps, for recordings, for audio blogs, and in games. But that's basically cool. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this, and hope to see you soon next time with more of a in-game commentary. See ya and have a nice day.